Bob, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The following is a behind-the-scenes look at a television production crew. It is not a production of PBS, Time Incorporated, or WGBH Boston. One morning in October 2008, I found myself in a Chicago neighborhood being fitted for a microphone hidden in my shirt.
Camera, go ahead. Don't be shy. He's directing. He's already directing.
7:45 a.m. Slater is getting wired for sound.
We're listening
his
to
lines
everything.
once.
Furthermore, I was there with the production crew and host of the PBS television programs This Old House and Ask This Old House.
So, Slater, it's not often that I get to work with a rocket scientist. But Kevin, I'm just a middle school teacher. If you are the guy...
I am a middle school teacher, specifically a technology teacher. I try to open lots of doors, so to speak, with my students. They can make an eclectic range of hands-on projects, from airplanes that really fly
Okay, did you get it?
to transistorized lie detectors, to real steam engines for boats from recycled aluminum cans, and more. Nobody likes to be bored. So among the other projects, I try to give my 6th, 7th, and 8th grade students an early start in video production.
I've actually never done it before. I was really nervous. But
We cover school events, and sports, I emphasize editing because it's a powerful tool and few people know how to do it. I also run a non-commercial website called sciencetoymaker.org. One of the projects on the site is a water rocket launcher made from common plastic pipe and other cheap construction materials that launches beverage bottles filled with water and under pressure. The Science Toymaker rocket design caught the eye of the producer of Ask This Old House, the PBS program. Normally, Ask This Old House is about house renovation, construction, landscaping, that sort of thing, with a personal touch. They come right to your house, and once a year, they have a kids special. They use construction materials to make projects for younger folks. Of course, kids help make the projects. So I was to help a family of do-it-yourselfers make a water rocket launcher, and this was to be videotaped for an Ask This Old House segment. The shoot was in Chicago, so I flew from my home in rural upstate Pennsylvania. Ask This Old House is based near Boston, so they flew into Chicago too. I knew that working with the professional crew was going to be a terrific learning experience, so I brought along a camera. We worked in the backyard of 4 delightful children: Micah, Evie, Josh, and Josie. Their parents, Chris and Chrissy, kindly shot some footage when I was occupied.
And action, Slater.
And we need a second piece that's 18 inches long. And Evie, what's 18 plus 2? Can you mark it at 20? The third piece? Third piece is 7.
We'll start with the most visible position.
Hi there, I'm Kevin O'Connor, host of This Old House and Ask This Old House.
I'll pull it a little higher. There you go.
Aside from the presence delivery, and other skills of an actor, the host of Ask This Old House has to explain to a television audience what's going on. I will be forever in his debt because Kevin would ask me questions that would help me remember what I was supposed to say.
And you've got the proud part facing in, so grab the lip of this bottle. That's right.
He was very funny all the time.
I got $20 if he gets it in that left window.
The principal's looking right at you.
You always do this with an adult, and you always point it straight up, not at your brother, okay?
A TV crew must have a camera person.
Hi everyone, I'm Steve D'Onofrio. I'm the cameraman for This Old House and Ask This Old House. And we have a lot of fun shoots. We go a lot of different places, and we just we capture as many things as we can, always with one camera. Now this is a very special camera. First of all, when I'm shooting, this device is a video transmitter. What it allows is the director and other people to hold a hand monitor, and they can see everything that the camera sees. So while I'm shooting, they can follow what I'm following. And then if we have to play back a take, they can watch that as well. Now next to it, it's called time code. And what time code does is these numbers, 4 means we have tape 4 in here. We're at 17 minutes, 19 seconds, and 16 frames. We get 30 frames for every second. So there's another member of my team who has a board, and he looks and he can tell the editor exactly where on the tape that particular scene is starting. We just got through shooting a very fun and exciting scene, and that's the out point of that scene. Now if we go to the back of the camera, this is the receiver for audio, for microphones. We always have wireless everything, so we don't have any cords being, any leashes tied to anyone. This can hold 2 microphones. So we have 2 people going into here, and then this receiver is a third receiver because we had 3 microphones going. So we have 2 and a third microphone. And then this device allows everyone, the director and the rest of the crew, to listen to all of the audio from the camera. So everyone has a small headset. They can hear everything come out of the camera. They can see everything coming out of the camera. And that's how we produce our show. Now the cost of all this, it's pretty expensive. It costs probably as much as more than your parents' automobile. So pretty expensive, but this is how we shoot This Old House.
I can only add that the camera must be really heavy, and yet Steve's agility, as he'd go in for a tight shot, follow the action, and then go back out for a wide shot, was remarkable, like the camera was part of his body.
Hey, my name's Surfer Dave Williamson. I work on movies, TV shows. I'm a grip and electrician. It means I set up the lights, put flags in front of the lights, and do all that good stuff. So, nice to meet you.
Did you get that? A grip usually sees to the lights, and Surfer Dave took care of that in the afternoon shoot of the basement flood control system. But here the light was pretty good, so he held a boom-mounted microphone just out of sight of the camera to pick up all the sounds of the kids and adults in the group.